Alright, so this is the response to your response. So this is response number 2, and although I did say I was going to film it tomorrow, I decided to just do it today because I wrote everything down and I don't want to forget about some of the stuff. And I had to film in the bathroom because since my parents thought I was gonna live by myself, actually they bought a 3-bedroom house. So I actually share rooms with my brother, and he's using the room right now. So the only quiet place I could go to was the bathroom. But I just wanted to quickly get this done and over with. And also standing up, it's good practice for me anyways. So you just gotta live with what you are dealt with. So the first thing you said was food. And yeah, I don't really have too much to talk about it. I think a lot of that is quite true, like what you said, like how it's influenced by ancestors and stuff. I actually did a bit of research on this and I found that breastfeeding and stuff can actually impact our taste buds and stuff and what we like. So yeah, that's a good point, how it's influenced. And yeah, you said something about how like if you want to improve yourself, we have to learn to change our brain and stuff. And yeah, this is like a fundamental process that we have to have. Like if you truly want to be someone like a bodybuilder or whatever, you're gonna have to force yourself to eat like only protein, cut on the junk food and stuff. But if you have that level of that goal that you want to pursue and you truly want to pursue it, then you do like a lot of things to achieve it. So yeah, and then we also tell our mind that, so our mind believes in what we have to do, and once we master our mind, that's when we're fully able to pursue that goal and follow the steps taken that we need to achieve it. Yeah, so you talked about psychopaths and how they're medically diagnosed. I'm not too sure too much about this topic, but I really like how you use the analogy of like how we're dealt with the cards and we have to play them right. So yeah, that's a good point. This is just life in general as well. Like you're dealt with certain cards, such as genetics, appearance, background, culture, all that. You're dealt with these certain cards and you have to play them to your advantage. For example, where I live in Australia, we're far more blessed than those in Asia or whatever, like those third world countries and stuff. So we can use this to our advantage. Like we have access to these facilities such as gyms and running tracks and all that, universities, education. So it is up to us to how we truly take advantage of these, or do we fall back into comforts and let our mind take advantage of, let our mind control us instead. So it's up to us. So I've actually been watching a lot of motivational videos lately when I do my assignments and stuff, because I've actually taken like an interest into this type of stuff, so it's nice to hear it. And then I saw this quote. It's like the only person that can help you is the man you see in the mirror. And I think this is really important, because a lot of the times when we want to change, right, we think of other people, we think of what we're doing, and we want to compare ourselves to them. But like I was watching this video about Michael Jordan recently, like this quote about why he was so successful, and he said he pushes himself to compete with to be the best version of himself every time, and he compares himself to like himself. He doesn't compare about other people, because we all have like these different talents and different gifts, and we can't really compare with other people how well they're doing. But if we truly push ourselves to our utmost limits every single day, fully disciplined, like no excuses and stuff, and finding the best version of ourselves and comparing only ourselves, then we can only be able to get closer to achieve these goals. So I think that's very important as well. And then you also mentioned something about how it is unfortunate if you want to be if you want to go to heaven and you have to be a basketball player but you're too short. I don't know why you said that. I think Like, are you referring to me or something? I feel like that's kind of violating me. So I don't know what you're trying to do there, but yeah, moving on from that. So yeah, this is a very hard topic to talk about. This is LGBT community. Like, whatever I say, it's gonna be offensive. They're already trying to cancel Mr. Beast. They're trying to cancel Roald Dahl for using the words black and fat. So I don't know what I'm gonna say, like, but I'm gonna say it because I'm not gonna fall into your society of accepting, just rejecting all these thoughts. I know, like what you said, like, these people just barricade themselves. They don't want to hear anything outside. So of course, if you're gonna barricade yourself from anything external, right, how are you gonna improve? You just think everything is right in your favor. Like, let's say you're fat. Well, it's true though. Like, are you not? Like, what is it really defined as? Fat is being like, I know what the actual definition is, but like, that's what fat means. Like, if you're fat, you're fat. You can't say, no, that's body shaming. It's not body shaming, it's the truth, and the truth will hurt no matter what. So you have to accept, you can't be always get offended by this. Like, I'm gonna put this so that people in LGBT, like the Q community, can understand this. I'm not too sure because I don't study culture or whatever, but let's say you identify as a monkey, right? I want you to put yourself into a human's shoes. Look at the humans around you, right? Like normal humans. Like, and then put yourself into their shoes and see how they take things. You need to have an open mind. You can't just barricade yourself and be closed and just not taking what anyone says. Like, also, I just remembered, I've actually applied for 3 KFC companies, and they always have a set of questions that they ask me, right? And one of the questions that they ask is, what do you think of constructive feedback, and do you think it's good for you? And I always say yes, because life is like a movie or a story, right? If you're the main character, and then let's say there's plot coming your way, right? That's what makes the movie interesting, the plot. So you have to have like the start, and then the plot, and then like how you deal with it. So like the climax, I think, and then like the resolution and stuff, right? So if you're the main character and nothing bad happens to you, then no one's gonna watch it. Or let's say there's obstacles, but you just ignore these obstacles. Like that's not how a movie works, mate. Life is like a movie. You're gonna have to accept these challenges. You're gonna have to accept the truth. That's how you truly get better. You can't just just a little technical difficulty, but like what I was saying, instead of like trying to dye your hair a certain color or put on makeup so you look like a girl or something, like why are you worrying about that stuff, man? Some people can't even eat, and you're so blessed and fortunate to be able to have these type of stuff as your current day problems. Like, especially if you're a man, like if your birth certificate says you're a man, right? And you fall into this, like, come on, like, what are you doing with your life now? You're just letting all hard work and stuff go, and you're just letting these intrusive thoughts win. You're just falling back into comfort and stuff. This is why you guys hate Andrew Tate, because he's very direct, and he's not gonna fall back and like put salt over his words. He's just gonna be really direct and harsh with you, because he's been through, like, I watched a motivational video about Andrew Tate yesterday as well. He said he's been through hell, so he's already put himself through all this discomfort, so why should he feel sorry for us as well? Like, he calls people brokies and losers and stuff, but if you truly think about it, then maybe that's what we are. Like, why don't, instead of being offended and complaining about it, like that's what children do, now that most of us are like young adults or adults, or like all you LGBT people that I see on the internet, you're like adults, right? You have nose piercings, and you can color your hair like pink and multicolored and stuff, and you have, you know, all these different flags for made up genders. Why don't you change that? Like, listen to what people are saying, like Like if you even know what the word listen means, it's not just hearing words from another person's mouth. It's like truly trying to think of what they're trying to say, putting yourself in their shoes and understanding that, and then actually thinking about it yourself and seeing, oh, maybe yeah, I was wrong for this. Taking accountability. That's the one most important thing that a lot of people don't want to do. Not even for LGBT, a lot of stuff. Like, let's say you were lazy that day. Yeah, maybe you can say, oh yeah, I was lazy that day. I need to do better, and then you actually take like action to do it rather than just speaking about it. So this is very important. Like, I don't understand you guys. Like what my friend said, I don't mean to be offensive. Like when he cursed you guys out, I'm not gonna do that because I'm not that type of guy. But like, it's for the benefit of you guys. We're trying to help you. We're not trying to do this so that you guys, to make you guys crumble, or whatever. Once you truly experience like the outcome of self-improvement and stuff, you'll be really grateful. But a lot of you don't care because you're stuck in your little shell, in your own bubble with your own minds and stuff, and you just want to make yourselves feel better. So you're not going to improve. So if you truly want to improve, then start today. Actually, a lot of people out there, if you start today, it's not too late yet. So don't wait for it to become too late to start. But enough on that topic, because like you guys are probably not gonna listen, so why bother, you know? Can't teach an old dog new tricks. I can't teach an LGBT human stuff, so I'm not gonna bother. But yeah, what you said about like Ed Sheeran was pretty good. I wouldn't say he had the right environment, because he was literally homeless and stuff for, I think it was like 2 years, like 2 straight years. He flew to the UK by himself without his family, and then he was homeless. But his passion, he didn't let the homeless stuff stop him. His passion was to make music, and even when he was homeless, even when he was eating like $1 stuff every day, he still continued to make music, songwriting and stuff. We can see, like, if you look at his biography and stuff, we can see that those early days he was making music. It wasn't that good, but he was still doing something. So I see a lot of homeless people out there nowadays. Like, I feel sorry for them, but they spend the money on drugs and stuff, and if you give them more money, they're not gonna come out of their addiction of drugs. But I think if they truly wanted to help themselves, like every night, not even if you're a homeless person, if you just like me, I'm not rich or where I want to be yet, so every night if you take a step back, literally take a step back and actually think about, I'm not where I'm supposed to be, but I need to do this to get this. So like, I was watching this motivational video, and he said, like, you're not going to be like other people. People just sleep without a purpose and stuff, but sometimes every night you have to think, oh, well, I'm still achieving for this goal, and this is what I need to do. This is what sets like the mindset to be successful, to get out of your rubbish situation and actually push forward. That's something you have to do. So yeah, and what you said as well about J.K. Rowling wanting to isolate herself, like, I think that's really good as well. We can't do that now with uni and stuff, but like, hopefully at the end of the year, we could probably do something like that when we go to UK or something. A lot of people just say, oh, delete the app and then you'll be good, but there's so many other distractions when you're around friends and family. You're not going to be truly, you have to truly isolate yourself if you want to find like your true self, like true self-improvement, sorry, not your true self, like true self-improvement, and your path that you're trying to find. You have to isolate yourself from all these distractions, because it's not just social media that's corroding our lives. It's like there's also lots of other distractions, like like the TV and stuff, or like your computer, or not even that, or even the bed. Like, oh, let me just spend 10 more minutes on my bed and stuff. That's all distractions. So we have to go to like place of discomfort and stuff. Meditating is really good, working out a lot, eating healthy and stuff, and freeing our mind from all these other thoughts about the current modern society and what's being portrayed on the news and stuff, because that's all like dopamine intoxicated stuff that they put to us, And like even relating back to the documentary that you sent me, like about what social media is trying to do, like even that. And like I just want to have like this time away. Like I think end of the year is best when we have no more assignments. I want to stay away from computers or my emails or whatever, get rid of my phone, and just truly just isolate myself from the rest of the world and work on myself. And then like I was watching this motivational video as well. It was about like, if you truly want to progress and stuff, you want to be one of those elite athletes or whatever, you have to disappear. You have to do that process. It may seem daunting at the start, but there's a process. Alright, so I got interrupted there, but what I was saying was, if you want to be an elite athlete, you have to hide yourself, not hide, disappear from the rest of the world to just have one goal in mind, and that's to be that person that you, that sport player that you want to be, or businessman or whatever. To achieve those high levels, there's a high level of investment that you have to put in, which is a lot of time, and you don't have time or concentration like to just sorry, I need to rephrase that better. You don't have like the time and wait, this doesn't even make sense. Yeah, you don't have the time to waste on like distracting yourself with other things, which could break your concentration and break your focus. Like even for studying, right? When I was talking about that motivational speaker that came to QA, so he said like it takes 9 minutes for us or something like that to get back into deep focus, right? Imagine this for a high level of like basketball play or something. If you want to be truly become a basketball player and you're just playing at the local basketball court, and then or someone send you a message and you got to sit down and read it, you don't have, that's going to ruin everything. Everything requires like a momentum, a rhythm and stuff. So I think isolation is the best thing to discover like your true path, I would say, not your true identity, because that idea I don't think exists. But yeah, I think we should do what J.K. Rowling did, not to write a book, but like to work out, to just clear our minds free from all these external influences and stuff, and just come back to 2024 with a new year, completely changed people and like a completely different mindset. Because right now, even though we're saying stuff like this, still subconsciously there's a lot of like news, Instagram, Twitter, whatever, social media and stuff. It would just affect us. Like even at universities and stuff, like at universities they keep promoting the LGBT stuff to me. It gets annoying sometimes, but I can't really say anything, can I? Because I don't have that authority. So I just want to free myself from that, the amount of influence that there is out there nowadays. Oh yeah, also, so recently I just watched like this tribute to Kobe Bryant, and everyone was saying how he was a legend and stuff like that, right? But I don't think they would have said that during his process of becoming one of the greatest basketball players to ever play the game. Like they'd probably, I bet you, guarantee you there'd be some people that says, oh, what he's doing is just crazy and stuff. People don't want to believe in you, or they only want to see the actual result, right? So like what you're saying to your friends, you have to, the only way to actually tell them this is to prove it to them. Can't do anything else. So when we go to the extremes and stuff, people are gonna call you crazy and stuff. But this video that I was also watching recently, this motivational video, they said you don't have the time to care about what others think, because what you want to achieve, they won't understand. They go to bed every night with no purpose, just, oh, I've had a party, I played this game, life is easy for me. But we want to be somewhere else. We don't want to be on that level. We want to grow out of it. So to do that, we have to push ourselves to limits, and people will not see it that way. They'll think that we're weird and crazy, but that's just what it is. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I know I got interrupted a few times, but what I'm planning to do is compose all these videos together in Premiere Pro and just upload to YouTube, because I don't know why it takes up so much space on Google Drive, but yeah, I'm actually running out of space. So hopefully we upload these videos on like a shared YouTube channel or something, and then as time progresses, right, like how we had the accountability server, we see like when we started and how it's going, and then after a while we can look back and reflect on these videos and see how progress that you made. And one point that I want to mention was how you recognized the stuff that you needed to improve on, which is good. Like so there's this quote which is, perfect practice, practice doesn't make perfect, perfect practice makes perfect. Because for example, let's say you're playing golf and then you wanted to practice by going to the driving range, but you didn't have any coach or any guidance to tell you how to actually hit the ball properly, and then you're practicing that for countless hours, but it's the wrong move, it's the wrong swing. So if you keep doing that, it's not going to work. So it's good that you reflect on what you need to improve on, right? So like what you said, like you looked back at your recordings and you said it was monotone, and you talked about how you wanted to have more emphasis and stuff, which is good because, oh my. Yeah, so it's good that how you managed to see that you said that your recordings were all monotone and stuff, and that you saw that you're actually speaking at a slower pace than what you felt like. And that's good, because like these are things that if we practice, it will all become subconscious. So for example, when you film your next video, you're going to be like, oh wait, I'm speaking a bit too slow that I talked about last time, so I gotta speak faster, or I'm talking too soft, so now I gotta talk a bit louder and show more emphasis. So having these things that you actually wrote down and you reflected on, it goes like from writing it's muscle memory, and it'll go to your brain. And then when you do film these videos, you will see, and I believe that you will improve like lots, which I could already see from your previous videos. Like the first one, I gave you improvements on that, and then the second one, you really picked them up and you demonstrated like a huge improvement, which is really good, which is what I like to see. One thing I like to point out for myself is that I kind of have to speak soft, because like they can hear me as well. Like my brother's right behind me, so I heard him getting pissed, and although he needs to hear this stuff, but yeah. So hopefully when I actually get a place, and so hopefully when I get a place and we continue doing these videos, I'll put like actual time aside for this type of video, because I think it's really good practice. And you may not see it, but I really enjoy hearing what you're saying, and I look forward to your response. And yeah, I forgot what I was going to say actually. Yeah, but for now, this is what we have to do it, but since we're just starting, I think it's fine. But like this, I'm truly interested in doing this, and I hope you are as well. And as the time progresses, we can see how much progress we've actually done into talking about these things, and then educating one another and sharing our own beliefs, which is good, because you need to have an open mind in these type of just in general, you just need to have an open mind. So hopefully if you're still interested in a podcast idea, hopefully this can all lead up to that. And then if we have like guests on the podcast or something, we already know like what questions to ask them, and since we've already talked about this stuff so much, so it will become like subconscious in our mind, and we're actually putting it out, like we're speaking about it rather than just messaging on Discord. Because if we just message on Discord, like I can't even remember half the stuff that you and I said that was sent like 5 months ago, because it's just a message, you just read it and that's about it. But these videos, it takes time to make these videos. It takes time to think about what you're gonna say, and when we listen to each other's videos, it also takes time to listen to what the other person has to say as well, so that will have an actual impact. So yeah, so I really look forward to your response and seeing how you've improved from your previous video as well. And yeah, so yeah, that's it for today. Good night.